Ryan Tracy on the mound. McCarthy at third base. Brandon Rayburn playing short. David Janis at second, and Ricky Vasquez at first base. Behind the plate, Cushman. All right, here's Tracy with the first pitch in the bottom of the second inning. In there for call strike one. So in the top of the second inning, Kevin Cushman got an RBI, knocking in the runner from third base after he'd been sacrificed over to third. Brian Siagler coming in to score the first run of the game for the Highlanders. So here's the 0-1 pitch by Tracy. Fly ball hit out to right field, playable. Deppner gets under it and he makes a catch for the first out of the bottom of the second inning. So a lazy fly ball out to right field on a warm, sunny afternoon in Damien High School.
Deppner, in a little bit.
All right, Tracy into the windup, and here's the pitch. Curveball in there for call strike one. 0-1 the count, one out, nobody on. Bottom of the second inning, Upland 1, Damien 0. Now here's the 0-1 pitch by Tracy. Fastball in the dirt for ball one. Count even at 1-1. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Tracy under his windup, and here's the delivery. Low for ball two. The count now 2-1. Right, here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on a ground ball to the second baseman, playable. Picked up by Janis, throws over to Vasquez in time for the second out of the inning. So a very weak ground ball hit to the second baseman, David Janis, who picks it up and throws sidearm over to Ricky Vasquez at first base for the second out in the bottom of the second inning. So a fly ball out and a ground ball out, and Tracy on the mound with nobody on base and 2 outs. Here's Tracy in motion, and here's a pitch low and outside for ball one.
Pretty good spot.
And here's the 1-0 pitch by Tracy. On the outside corner at the knees for call strike one. So the count even at 1-1. Bottom of the second inning, nobody on base, 2 outs.
Respect the ball, David. Ricky.
All right, here's the 1-1 pitch. Popped out a play over our head out into the street. So the count now 1-2. Here's a 1-2 pitch by Tracy. Curveball over the plate for strike three. A called strike three. So Tracy throwing a wicked curveball early in the game today. The score at the end of 2 complete innings of play. Highlanders 1, Damien 0. All right, leading off the top of the third inning for the Highlanders, number 12, the second baseman, David Janis, takes first pitch inside, ball one.
Focus right now. Focus on the ball.
This game has extra meaning for Janis as he's a transfer from Damien to Upland.
Now use the field now, kid. Where you stay, use the field here.
All right, Janis up. Call strike on Janis. All right, here comes the pitch into Janis. Taken high for a ball. I believe the count now 2-2 even. Leadoff hitter here. Top of the third inning. Ball three, high.
Hip to the plate.
All right, here's Janis at the plate. Great opportunity to start off the top of the third with a base hit or a walk. It's a pitch, popped out of play, and it's out of play over the screen. All right, full count. Janis still up there. Top of the third, nobody on base, leadoff hitter. Ball, check swing, could be a base hit to the shortstop. Janis running and the throw gets her in time. So Janis just stuck his bat out with like a check swing. The ball went down to the shortstop. So he held up on his swing. Right now batting the first baseman, senior Ricky Vasquez. 1 out. Vasquez takes a pitch at the knees for a call strike one. 0-1 the count to Vasquez. Top of the third inning, nobody on base and 1 out. And the hot-hitting first baseman up at the plate. Foul back, or right at the plate for strike two. Now the count 0-2 to Vasquez, so he's going to have his hands full here trying to protect the plate. All right, here's the 0-2 pitch into Vasquez. Bounced in the dirt. Wild pitch to the backstop, but nobody on base, so no harm for the Spartans. Ball and 2 strikes to Ricky Vasquez. All right, 1-2 the count to Vasquez. Rescinda's on the mound for the Spartans. And here's the 1-2 pitch into Vasquez. In the dirt again. Ball 2. Count now even at 2-2. Good crowd on hand. You see the sun umbrellas out. A very hot afternoon. Into the 90s. There you see all CIF Sarah Farnworth and Rachel Lieberman and Brooke Soden and other members of the softball team. All right, here's the pitch into Vasquez. 2-2 the count. In the dirt again for ball 3. So Vasquez started out at 0-2 and has worked the count full now. All balls have been pitches in the dirt. So the payoff pitch now by Rescinda is number 14 for Damien. Kicks the dirt around in front of the mound, walks up the hill, stretches his arm out and toes the rubber and looks in to get a sign. Meanwhile, Vasquez swings the bat to stay loose at the plate. All right, here's a pitch is high, so ball 4 to Vasquez. So a great job by Vasquez in that he was down 0-2 in the count and he worked him all the way for a walk. So great job by Vasquez to get on via the walk. Now batting for the Highlanders, center fielder Jason Payne. Payne in his last game against Claremont earlier this week, Tuesday, hit a 2-run shot line drive over the center field wall at Memorial, and just a week before had another home run, so he's swinging a very hot bat now. Good wheels, great wheels by Payne. Pitches a breaking ball inside that Payne backs away from, but it's called strike 1. So 0-1 the count to Payne. Vasquez on at first base. Payne with excellent power. Swung on a miss for strike 2. So 0-2 the count to Payne. But just like Vasquez, he finds himself in a hole, 0-2. All right, 0-2 the count to Payne. Vasquez on at first, 1 out. Top of the 3rd. Pitch hit hard. That's a base hit into right field. And Vasquez will go down to second base on the single by Jason Payne. So 0-2 base hit by Jason Payne, a great job. The ball got in between the second baseman and the first baseman and skipped into right field for a base hit. So Payne comes through again in the clutch. Coach Alonso, their timeout called. Now batting for the Highlanders, number 20, third baseman, junior, Rusty McCarthy. So 2 Highlanders on base, 1 out, top of the 3rd inning. Upland 1, Damien 0. All right, now batting for the Highlanders, third baseman, number 20, junior, Rusty McCarthy. Payne on at first. Vasquez down at second. Pitch at the knees for strike 1. Payne with his lead. Rescinda's on the mound. I like to see McCarthy rescind the pitch and send it back up the middle for a base hit. RBI. Here's the pitch. Call strike on the outside corner. All right, so this is the 3rd consecutive Highlander batter in a row that started out with an 0-2 count. First one in up in a walk, Vasquez, and Payne hit the single to right field. So 1 out, 0-2 the count to McCarthy. Runners at first and second, top of the 3rd. All right, here comes the pitch into McCarthy. And ball's hit. It's a pop-up to right field. And there'll be a tag on the play. No. So the ball hit to semi-shallow right field. The outfielder came in to make the play and had a good play throwing to third. So Vasquez thinks twice of it and holds up at second base. So 2 down. Vasquez in scoring position at second. And Payne over at first base with the good wheels. Now batting for Upland, number 11, the pitcher, Ryan Tracy. So 2 down now, and pressure shifts square upon the shoulders of Tracy. Tracy comes on over to talk to his coach, Alonso. Ryan Tracy batting. Here's the first pitch into Tracy. Pitch is outside for a ball and gets away from the catcher, but not far enough to tempt Vasquez to go over to third base. So Resendez opens up with a pitch outside, unable to be caught by the catcher for ball one. Tracy with a clutch 2-run home run to bring the Highlanders from behind against Glendora, but it was in vain as the Tartans won that game 15-14. But Tracy with excellent power. 1-0 the count to Tracy. Here's a pitch and it's popped up. And it's going to be out of play on the Damien side. All right, 1-0 the count to Tracy. Big moment here with Highlanders at first and second base. 2 outs. Pitch is hit hard. And it's going to come down. Carter on the run. No, and the ball gets by. All right, that's going to score 2. Payson with good wheels from 3 will come. And here comes Payson into the plate. He's in there. So Jason Payne, I called him Payson, excuse me, but Jason Payne comes in with the good wheels from third base to score the 3rd run of the game for the Highlanders. And Ryan Tracy with a very clutch double out to right center that was almost fantastically caught by Ryan Carter, the fleet-footed center fielder for Damien. But Carter gave it a great chase but was unable to come up with it. So a great clutch hit again by Ryan Tracy. Oh my. Score now 3-zip Highlanders, top of the 3rd inning. And now batting Seahag, Brian Siaglia. Pitch is out of the strike zone for a ball. So 1-0 the count to Brian Siaglia. So Jason Payne with the good wheels comes all the way in from second base to score the 3rd run of the game for the Highlanders. All right, Brian Tracy with a clutch hit. Siaglia calls timeout, steps out of the box, takes a swing, steps back in, sizes up the pitcher, and he's ready to go. All right, here's the 1-0 pitch into Seahag. Right down the pipe for strike 1. 1-1 the count, 2 down. Highlander at second base in the form of Ryan Tracy. You hear the train go by in the background. Hopefully that's a victory train for the Highlanders. All right, here comes Seahag. 1-1 the count, 2 down. Tracy at second base. It's a fly ball out to right field, and it's catchable. Comes in and makes a catch. So there you go. At the end of 3.5 innings of play, the Highlanders jump out to a 3-zip lead on the clutch hitting of Ryan Tracy and Jason Payne. All right, we move into the bottom of the 4th inning now. All right, here we go. Correction, bottom of the 3rd inning. Tracy on the mound. And I believe first pitch, a ball. All right, bottom of the 3rd inning to correct things. 3-0 Upland. Tracy on the mound. All the starters in their positions.
Bring it easy. Here we go, Trace.
All right, here's the 1-0 pitch by Tracy. Swung on and hit hard to deep center field. Payne on his way back.
Over the fence. Over the fence.
And that's a double over the fence.
Three. Get him. Hold the ball, Russ.
So he hit a shot to deep center field that bounced over the fence and was tossed back in.
I know. But he was off the lake far.
What is he doing?
He's a whiner, coach.
God.
You know what? All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Don't worry about him.
Here we go now. See, just keep your mouth shut.
There was nobody called timeout. You were right there. You were right behind me. Nobody called timeout.
Go ahead. Get fired up right now.
That's it. Because you were on the field.
Throwing out.
Hey, guys, get focused. Here you go, Trace.
I can't believe that you're coming out on the field like that. I cannot believe that you're coming out on the field like you were
Get a hit right
Run
now.
out, Trace. Get ahead. Here we go. Come on, wait a little.
I'm trying to wait for you. Let's go.
Runner at second. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball.
Let's go. All right.
The controversy was it was a ground rule double. The ball landed fair, bounced over the fence for ground rule double.
Let that go.
The Highlanders threw the ball in, and the runner would have thought it was a home run, and the Highlanders almost got him in a rundown between second and third. Great pitch by Tracy. And Coach Sheridan came out on the field, and apparently the umpire took offense to the fact that he was on the field before time was called out, before he was invited on the field. So that's what all that controversy was about. So let's get back to baseball here. The score now 3-0 Highlanders. Bottom of the third inning, Damien batting. They got their leadoff hitter on second base after that shot out to center. Swung on a miss for strike two.
Here we go, kid. Gotta be free all day, huh?
But Tracy coming back strong after that mammoth shot to center. That was a ground rule double.
Well, here we go. On out.
All right.
In the spot.
Big man Ryan Tracy looks in.
Bring it easy.
I believe 1-2 the count. Looks at the runner at second. Throws high for ball two. All right, the count now 2-2 to the Damien batter, number 11.
On out, Trace. 26, kid. Here we go.
Here's the pitch. Ooh, off-speed pitch. Almost got him. So the batter was able to move his bat and get a foul tip to stay alive. A nice pitch by Tracy. Almost got him on that one, lunging forward. Count now 2-2. Nobody out. Runner at second
Ball,
base.
David. One to your left, David.
Oh, here comes the 2-2 pitch by Tracy. So the ball hit him. So hit by pitch. Apparently the breaking ball got the batter. So we got runners at first and second now with no outs. Coach Alonso calling time to go out to talk to his pitcher Tracy. Damien dugout making a lot of noise now. All right. Damien with runners at first and second.
Mo over to his right. Mo!
Tracy threw the breaking ball and apparently it nipped the batter as he leaned over the plate. So runners at first and second for Damien, no outs. Tracy on the mound, and here's the first pitch in the dirt for a ball. No advancement on the play. Nice job by Cushman behind the plate to keep the ball in front of him. All right, here's the pitch by Tracy. Ball hit high, fly ball, and that's catchable out there, I think, to Payne.
Stay in the park.
Oh, no.
So Payne,
He passed the runner! 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 He's out!
the runner passed the runner, so he's out. So the ball, this is a strange game. Payne had a beat on the ball and caught it, went off his glove for a home run, and the guy who hit it, I think Garbick, right around second base here, ran around in front of the runner in front of him. So we got a bizarre game going today, that's all I can say. I'm sorry I missed the end of that play. Coach stepped in front of the camera, which he should to follow the play, no question about that. So boy, oh boy, strange things are happening. So the Damien runner who hit the home run, walked in front of the, he passed the runner.
Back to the dugout. Back to the dugout. You don't have time. Back to the dugout. No, you don't, Coach. You have no business out here. Back to the dugout.
Right here on video.
Ball down.
Ground ball to Rayburn at short, over to first for the first out of the inning.
Payne should catch the friggin' ball.
All right, one out now. Score tied 3-3 with the help of the umpires. We'll send the tape in so they can see it.
Where's that pitch?
Bring it easy, young man. Here we go.
Down.
Call out of play. Pitch low for a ball. Here's the pitch by Tracy.
Yes! Oh my God, where's that a little bit?
All right, runner at first after the walk.
Hey, middle,
All
little
right,
bit.
Tracy on the mound. Swung on a miss, strike one. So a big roundhouse swing by Jakubowskis, number 2 for Damien. So this has got to be one of the most bizarre games I've seen in a long, long time.
Be ready, runner. Keep close.
Fought with that ground rule double, being claimed as a home run. Strike 2. And then the ball that hits Payne's glove and bounces over the fence for a home run.
Here we go.
But the boy who hit it, Garbick, ran past to the runner in front of him right about second base and was in front of him all the way to halfway home. And the umpires, both of them, blind to it, didn't see that he passed the runner. So how more bizarre can a game get? At 0-2 the count. 1 out. Strike 3. So great job by Tracy to get Jakubowskis going swinging. He got 3 big swings in there, but he waved at every pitch. So 2 outs now. Runners at first and second.
2 outs. Do it, Brandon. Let's go.
Now batting Resendez, the pitcher for Damien. Oh my, what a strange ball game. By 2 outs. Here's a steal.
Throw the ball.
And he's out attempting to steal third base. So great play there by the Highlanders. And now batting Brandon Rayburn for the Highlanders. Top of the 14th, ball hit hard, and that's into center, right center field for a base hit. So the ball hit sharply by Rayburn out to right center for a base hit to the right of second base. A great way to start the inning for the Highlanders. All right, Resendez on the mound, now batting Kevin Cushman, the catcher. Pitch high and knocks him out of the batter's box. Ball. Timeout called by Coach Alonso. Wants to talk to his batter and runner. Rayburn at first and Cushman at the plate. So what a bizarre third inning. All right, now batting Kevin Cushman. Pitch taken for a ball, low and outside. All right, the count 1-0 to Kevin Cushman. Rayburn on at first base after the lead-off base hit to right center field. All right, no outs. Ball low, 2-0. So Damien with a relief pitcher, number 17 for the Spartans. All right, Cushman at the plate. It's a pitch, strike. Count now 2-1.
With a 2. 2 and a 4.
Here's the 2-1 pitch into Cushman.
Let's go.
A 3-1 pitch. That's ball 4. Okay, so Cushman's on with a walk. So runners at first and second in the top of the fifth inning for the Highlanders. No outs. Now batting the right fielder, number 10, Chris Debner.
Here, Gomez.
All right, here we go.
Hey.
Runners at first and
Short,
second
no
with no outs. All right, here comes first pitch into Debner. Right in there for a call, strike 1. 0-1 the count to Depp. Nobody out, runners at first and second. Rayburn down at second, and Cushman, catcher, at first base. Here's a pitch into Cushman. Debner lays a bunt down. Great bunt. Oh, it gets by and a run's going to score. Oh my, a wild throw to third base. And that'll score a run for the Highlanders. A great bunt laid down by Little Depp. Chris Deppner with the RBI bunt. Oh my, so the Highlanders quickly seize the lead once again, 4-3 Upland. Top of the 5th inning, nobody out, runners at first and second. So a fortuitous move for the Highlanders on the pitching change by Damien.
Chris, watch the pick.
Excellent bunt right on the third base line by Deppner. The ball fielded and thrown wild to the third baseman, allowing the Upland runner to come in and score. So Rayburn scores what it turns out to be the 4th run of the game for the Highlanders. Still nobody out, and now batting number 12, the second baseman, senior David Janis. Woo.
What, right there, Chris. You don't do anything, you see the ball move.
All right, Janis squaring around for the bunt. Lays another bunt down, right down the first base line, and they'll get him out here, and then he advances the runner. So the runner's now at second and third. So a sacrifice bunt by Janis to move the runners to second and third. A great job by DJ. All right, 1 out now, and a sacrifice fly will bring in a run. Up to bat, the first baseman, number 18, Ricky Vasquez. So everybody knows the implications of today's ball game. A Titanic for sure. In both squads, the Spartans and the Highlanders are living up to every bit of the billing. An exciting game to say the least. And we're in the top of the 5th inning.
Tag up in the air.
Well, here comes the pitch into Vasquez. Ball. So runners in scoring position. Cushman down at third. And Depp at second base. As the Damien pitcher looks in for a sign. Big left-hander. Takes his time, bounces the ball, cups it in his hand, comes into the stretch, and here's the pitch. In the dirt for ball 2. All right, 2-0 the count to Vasquez. Big moment in the ball game. Highlanders up 4-3. Top of the 5th inning. Runners at second and third. Call strike 1. 2-1 the count now to Vasquez. Right, here's a 2-1 pitch into Vasquez. Ball 3 high at above the letters. So 3-1 the count. A walk, a load the bases. Base hit should score 2. Right, here's the pitch into Vasquez. 3-1 the count. Hit, ground ball to the right side, out there up the middle, base hit, and that's going to score 2. Oh my, so the Highlanders go up with the 5th, and here's the 6th run of the game for the Highlanders. 6-3 Upland in the top of the 5th. So Ricky Vasquez hits a chopper up the middle that finds its way into center field for an RBI, or 2 RBI single. Oh my, what clutch hitting by the first baseman, Ricky Vasquez. So turnabout is fair play. 6-3 Highlanders. And now batting, the ever dangerous Jason Payne. Jason Payne at the plate. 6-3. Runner at first base, 1 out. Payne takes a pitch right down the pipe for a call strike 1. Oh my, what an exciting ball game. Here's the 0-1 pitch into Payne. Vasquez on at first. That ball's hit hard, and that's down to the second baseman. He'll get it at second for the force out, into first for the double play. So that's all right, though. We get 3 runs in the inning, and the Highlanders lead 6-3 at the end of 4.5 innings of play. There's a clutch hitting Ricky Vasquez. You're the boss, man. All right, leading off in the bottom of the 4th. I'm sorry, the scoreboard has been out of whack all afternoon, reading 5th inning, 6th, 4th. Right now it's reading 9. At any rate, it's 0-2 to Resendez, and here's the 0-2 pitch. It's hit out to right field, and it's playable. Deppner camping under the fly, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. So Resendez flies out to Deppner in right field for the first out of the bottom of the 4th inning.
That's a good height.
All right, Tracy on the mound, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. Low for ball. All right, here's the pitch. It's hit. And it's a pop-up way in. And in comes Deppner running. Oh, and he keeps the ball in front of him, but he's unable to catch it.
You gotta pick it up, Chris! That's in all the way!
Shucks.
Come on right now, Tracy.
All right, Tracy. Here's the windup and the pitch. In a curveball, call strike. So a sinking, slow line drive out to right field that Deppner almost came up with. Did a good job to keep it in front of him to hold the runner to a single. All right, we got one out, runner at first. Bottom of the fourth inning. 6-3 Highlanders. In a bizarre, wacky ball game. It's in the dirt. Cuts away from the catcher. He can't find it. He's going to second. Now he's on his way to 3. No, he holds back. All right. So the ball gets away from the catcher. He couldn't pick it up. Cushman couldn't. And the runner for Damien got down to second base. Thought about going to third and got about a third of the way. And by that time, the Highlanders had recovered and were ready to throw him out had he gone any further. So he retreats back to second base. So a runner in scoring position for the Spartans. One out. And Tracy looking in to get the sign. Tracy steps off the rubber.
What do you say? I can't. Here we go. Got it, baby.
All right, Tracy in the stretch, looks to the runner back at second. Here's the pitch. Foul back to the backstop for another strike. All right, 1-2 the count, one out, runner at second base. All right, here's a 1-2 pitch in by Tracy. Popped up. Over here to the right, here comes Vasquez, wheeling over. And the ball goes out of play. Good hustle by the catcher and first baseman for the Highlanders, Cushman and Vasquez. All right, here's the 1-2 pitch again into Velos. And here's the pitch, high, ball 2. 2-2 the count. All right, 2-2 the count. One out, runner at second base. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Just out of the strike zone for ball 3. So full count now.
You want to roll it in here. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Ryan.
All right, here's the pitch. It's a pop-up. No, a pop-up, nothing. It's way out there to center field. It's Payne, and he gets it, and he comes up throwing. Nice throw. All right, and the runner can't advance, so a ball hit deep to center field to Payne, and he made a nice catch and caught it and had his right foot backwards ready to come up firing, and he did that, and the runner had a hold at second base. So the ball hit very deep to center field, but the runner at second unable to tag on the play. So 2 outs now. Right, Fagan the batter for Damien. 2 down, bottom of the fourth inning. And Tracy looks to running back. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch, just out of the strike zone for a ball. 1-0 the count to Fagan. Runner at second. 6-3 the score. Bottom of the fourth inning, 2 outs. Pitch in there for a call, strike 1. 1-1 the count.
Come on now, Trace. Get the charge. Lock down on it, baby.
All right. Tracy in with the pitch. To your right. So waved at and missed. Great off-speed pitch by Tracy. All right, 1-2 the count. 2 outs, runner at second base.
A little better, huh? A little better. A little better spot. A little better. Here we go.
Tracy takes his time, steps off the rubber, backs off the mound. All right, climbs the hill and toes the rubber and looks in again to his catcher, Cushman. Checks the runner at second base. The ball cupped in his right hand, getting a grip. All right, here he is into the stretch, the look. And here he comes with the pitch. High for ball 2. All right, 2-2 the count. Tracy taking his time, looking into his catcher, Cushman. Now here's a 2-2 pitch. Oh, strike 3 at the knees. So Tracy puts the K on him. So here it is at the end of 4 complete innings of play. Upland 6, Damien 3. All right, leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Highlanders. Number 20, the third baseman, junior Rusty McCarthy. Highlanders up 6-3 over the Spartans. Pitch call to strike at the knees. 0-1 the count to McCarthy, leading off the top of the 5th. Pitch just inside for a ball, so the count now 1-1 to McCarthy. Way inside for ball 2. So 2-1 the count now to McCarthy.
Go 20 on you. Base hit somewhere, Russ. Find the hole, Rusty. Yeah.
Ball 3 inside. 3-1 the count to McCarthy. Ball 4. So McCarthy leads off the top of the 5th with a walk. Great job. Now batting the pitcher, Ryan Tracy. Tracy with a clutch base hit last inning to drive in 2 runs.
Go 11.
All right, Ryan Tracy at the plate. Ball hit hard. Oh, baby, that's in the right field corner. And that'll be a drive. That'll be a long single, but it'll drive McCarthy over to third base. So what a shot by Ryan Tracy. Inside the right field line down into the corner. So Tracy with a sharp single to deep right field, and McCarthy now over at third base. So runners at first and third with no outs for the Highlanders. All right, first pitch in there for a strike at the knees to Ciaglia. Okay, runners at first and third. Ciaglia at the plate. No outs. Swung on and missed. Tracy over at third.
Go Ciaglia, base hit. Go now.
Ball outside. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So 1 out now. Top of the 5th inning.
Go 5.
All right, Brandon Rayburn at the plate. Runners at first and third. Throw back to first. And Marino pinch running in there, back safely. So Johnny Marino pinch running at first base. Tracy getting his lead at third, and here's the pitch. Swung on a miss.
Base hit somewhere.
And here's the pitch to Rayburn. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. Pitched a little high, and Rayburn went after it and couldn't come up with it. All right, Rayburn up. Call, strike 3. So 2 outs now. Runners at first and third. And now batting the catcher, Kevin Cushman.
Go, Kush. Make something happen, Kush. Let's go.
All right, Cushman up. Pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. On deck number 10, Chris Deppner. Tracy at third. Marino pinch running at first base. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Throw back to first base. Not close. Marino back in safely. All right, Kevin Cushman now batting. 1-0 the count. Strike 1 on the outside corner at the knees. So the count even at 1-1. 2 outs. Runners at first and third. It's a high chopper hit by Cushman. Who knows what'll happen? He's wheeling, going to first. Ooh, and the throw's there in time. So the Highlanders unable to score anybody here in the top of the 5th inning. At the bottom of the 5th inning. Tracy on the mound, and here's the first pitch, the leadoff hitter for Damien. Inside and low for a ball. 1-0 the count.
Let's go.
All right, 1-0 the count to the Damien batter, pinch hitter. In there, right in there for strike 1.
Good job.
Call, 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch by Tracy. Hit hard up the middle for a pinch hit, base hit. Payne fields it and throws in, holds him to a single. So a sharp single to center field to start off the bottom of the 5th inning for Damien.
Don't tell me after the 5th.
All right, runner at first for Damien, no outs, bottom of the 5th. Popped up, it's going to be out of play.
Go, Tracy. On that, Trace.
All right, runners at first and second for Damien. Bottom of the 5th, no outs.
Round ball. Here we go, buddy.
Pitch at the knees for a call, strike 1.
You're fine. Too deep in center field.
Now here's the pitch. Ball, 1-1 the count.
Move, man. Right there, though. That's good.
Head down, pull down.
Hey, move up. Bear down. Let's go, Trace. Bear down.
Fine, Ray, right there.
Oh, here's a 1-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch just out of the strike zone for a ball.
All right, here we go. Oh, that ball is not low.
All right, here's the pitch by Tracy. Ball 4, so bases loaded, no outs. That'll prompt a call by Alonzo out to talk to his pitcher. And now pitching for the Highlanders, John Custer in relief. Bases loaded, no outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Ryan Carter at the plate for Damien. Tracy now in left field. Pitch swung on a miss for strike 1. A power pitch fastball by Custer. Custer looks back and he comes in with the 0-1 pitch. Steps off the rubber. Right, here's the 0-1 pitch into Carter. Taken high for ball 1. 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count to Carter. Whoa, ball 2. Pitch swung on for strike 2. So Carter with a looping swing. 2-2 the count. Bases loaded, no outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Game about an hour and 45 minutes old.
Spot.
Right, here's the 2-2 pitch. Ski right 3 gets Carter looking. Oh my! What a great pitch by Custer. So Carter looks at strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning for the Highlanders. Great job by the relief pitcher, Johnny Custer.
Right at you, go there.
All right, 1 out, bases loaded. Pitch inside for a ball. 1-0 the count.
Good spot.
Know what you're doing with the ball right now.
1-0 the count. Swung on and a fly ball in the gap, and here comes Payne on the run, and he makes a catch, a great catch, and that'll score a run.
Cut it off.
They cut it off.
Hold the ball, hold the ball.
All right.
Nowhere.
So a great catch by Jason Payne in center field. It came running all the way over to right center to make that catch. By 2 outs, Custer on the mound, runners at first and third. No steal attempt on the first pitch. Last time Resendez was up, let's see, I believe Carter tried to steal third base and got thrown out. And so Resendez came back up again the next inning to hit. So Resendez up to bat now.
Spot, here we go.
2 outs, 6-4, bottom of the 5th inning. Custer on the mound. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball. Oh, a great stop. Oh, what a great play! Oh my! Janis ranges to his right, backhands the ball, and flips it over to Rayburn at second base for the force out. So a great play to save a run and put an end to this inning. Oh my, what a great play by David Janis.
1, 2, 3, away!
Let's go.
Leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Highlanders, number 31, sophomore Matt Bloy, the right fielder, replacing Chris Deppner. First pitch in the dirt for a ball. Bloy at the plate, 1-0 the count. Pitch called a strike, 1-1 the count. Leadoff hitter, top of the 6th, Upland up 6-4. Did a great job last inning. Bases loaded. Custer comes in and only a sacrifice fly to score 1 run. Oh, Bloy hits the ball hard up the middle for a base hit. Great job by the sophomore right fielder. So Bloy spanks the ball out to a right field for a leadoff single for the Highlanders. All right, up to bat now, David Janis, just with that defensive gem, put an end to the bottom of the 5th inning for Damien. So Janis at the plate with Matt Bloy at first base. Nobody out. Janis lays down the bunt and it's fouled back for strike 1. All right, here's a pitch in to Janis. Throw over to first, not in time. Bloy back way in time. Not a snap throw, just a lob over to first to keep Bloy back.
4-2-7.
Right, here's Janice squared around the bunt. Lays down the bunt. It's a high hopper down the right field, down the first baseline. And they get Janice, but he advances runner Boyd down to second base. So Janice did his job. A nice bunt down the first base line to push Boyd down to second base.
Great job, David. David. Let's go, guys. Pick it up. Let's go, Rick. Come on, gentlemen. Let's go.
And now batting for Upland, first baseman Ricky Vasquez. One out, Boyd at second base. First pitch taken for a strike. 0-1 the count to Vasquez. Pitch is low for ball one. 1-1 the count. Right. Base hit could score a run here. Vasquez at the plate. 1-1 the count. One out. Top of the sixth. Pitch outside. Boyd back to second base. All right, here's the pitch into Vasquez. Boyd at second base. One out, top of the sixth. 6-4 Highlanders. Pitch is high. 3-1 the count to Ricky. 3-1 the count to Vasquez. He's kind of quiet right now. Tension's mounting. Game is into the top of the sixth inning, so we're in the latter innings, that's for sure. Right, here's a 3-1 pitch into Vasquez. Low for ball four. So the Highlanders with runners at first and second and only one out. And now batting for Upland, the center fielder, Jason Payne. He's had a very busy day out there in center field. All right, runners at first and second, one out. Payne at the plate. Pitch out of the strike zone for a ball. All right, 1-0 the count to the speedster, Jason Payne. Pitch way outside for a ball two.
Nowhere here.
Pitch almost got by the catcher. That would have advanced the runners. 2-0 the count.
Right center.
It's the pitch, swung on, no. Ball strike one. 2-1 the count to Payne. Here's the 2-1 pitch into Jason Payne. Ball three outside. 3-1 the count. So the Damien pitcher is one pitch away from loading up the bases with one out. And Payne is one pitch away from a couple of RBIs. By 3-1 the count to Jason Payne, the center fielder for the Highlanders, just a junior. Here's the pitch, swung on and hit foul. Count goes full at 3-2. All right, Jason Payne with a full count. Runners at first and second. Boyd at second. All right, here's the 3-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back out of play. Vasquez on at first.
Ball in the dirt, you're going.
Full count, one out. Runners at first and second. Ball hit hard, and that gets through out in the right field for a clutch base hit, and that'll score one. So the score now 7-4 Highlanders. Great job by Jason Payne. He comes through in the clutch again. And another painful memory for Damien. Payne was all over him in football, scoring the winning touchdown. And now he's all over him in baseball. Another painful memory for the Spartans. Jason Payne. All right, up to bat now, Rusty McCarthy, the third baseman. Big power hitter. Hit the line drive, hit the long ball. Runners at first and second. McCarthy's due. Pitch in the dirt for a ball. Runners hold. All right, McCarthy at the plate. Ball two. A 2-0 the count to McCarthy. They're being real careful with him. With runners at first and second. There's ball 3. So will coach give him a green light with runners at first and second and 1 out? Or it'll be the automatic take. We'll see here. 3-0 the count to McCarthy. Power hitting Ryan Tracy on deck. Like 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike 1. So the take was on. 3-1 the count now to McCarthy. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Highlanders with a run over here in the top of the 6th inning. 7-4. A 3-run lead for the Scots. Ball hit hard. Out to center field, and that'll advance the runner from second to third. Hopefully no. Carter makes a nice catch, and he zips it in just like Payne did earlier in the game. So a high fly ball to center field for McCarthy for the second out at the top of the 6th inning. All right, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And clutch hitting Ryan Tracy up. Remember last time up, he hit that base hit up the middle to score 2 runs. All right, let's see what Tracy can do now. Pitch called a strike at the knees on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. 2 outs. Top of the 6th. 7-4 Highlanders. All right, here's the pitch into Tracy. It's a high chopper, real high chopper. Gets, oh my, an infield base hit for Ryan Tracy. So he hit the ball not too hard. It just hit the dirt and bounced high again, and finally went over the third baseman. And the shortstop had to wait for it to come down. By that time, Tracy was on with an infield single. So base is loaded now for Brian Siaglia, number 8. And coach will call a timeout to talk to the Sea Hag. All right, now batting, Paul Brown, number 14. A big, lanky, left-handed pitcher. All right, another big moment in the ballgame. Bases loaded for the Highlanders with 2 outs. Paul Brown at the plate. Swings at the first pitch. Undercuts it for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Brown. Oh, and 1 the count to Brown. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Brown. Base hit or a walk. There's a pitch swung on for strike 2. All right, bases loaded. 1-2 the count to Brown. Swung on a miss for strike 3. So the Highlanders get 1 run in the top of the 6th inning and lead 7-4 and leave the bases loaded. Jamie Leefeld, Danny Fowl, Eddie Rycroft, break 2 good. Sheridan's. Let's see. Ryan Webb. Paul Dustman. Coach Salter, football coach out there now, here watching the ball game. All right, Custer on the mound for a second inning of work. Bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, get Matt off the line.
Just starting the bottom of the 6th. Ball hit over the second shortstop Rayburn, jumping into center field. Payne comes up with it and holds the runner to a single. So a high hopper over the shortstop into center field for a leadoff single for Damien. All right, bottom of the 6th, nobody out. Damien with a leadoff runner on at first. Here's the first pitch. It's a ground ball, a high hopper again into the center field, so about an identical play. So runners at first and second. So 2 high hoppers over the middle of the infield into the outfield for base hits. All right, Damien with 2 high chop base hits out to center field. First pitch in there for a ball. So runners at first and second, no outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Highlanders with a 3-run lead, 7-4.
In a little, Matt. In a little.
Pitch in there for a strike. Nice pitch by Custer. Here's the pitch. Ooh, curveball. Lost the grip or something. The ball is way high. So 1-1 the count. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Good fly pitch. So bases loaded. All right, bases loaded, no outs. There's a pitch in there for a strike 1 call.
Good slot action.
And here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a ground ball. It looks like tailor-made double play. There's one over to first for double play. Great job. But Damien gets a run, but more importantly, the Highlanders get 2 outs. So the score now 7-5 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now we got runner at third base, 2 outs. Balance Taylor batting for Damien. It's a ground ball, and that's going to be to Vasquez at first. He bobbles it, picks it up, and gets him at first base. So a great job. Bases loaded for Damien, and they only come up with 1 run. So a great job by the Highlanders. 7-5 going into the last inning. And the line in the sand is drawn, and we'll see who wins this ball game. All right, leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Highlanders, Brandon Rayburn, the shortstop. Pitch taken at the knees on the outside corner for a strike. So 0-1 the count. Damien pitcher settled down from when he first came into the ball game. All right, here's the 0-1 pitch into Rayburn. Fouled out a play, no, back towards the Upland dugout, and the catcher doesn't have a play. Didn't even see it. 2 strikes on Rayburn. Pitch high for a ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch into Rayburn. Ball too high. 2-2 the count. Top of the 7th inning. Nobody on base. Rayburn swings at strike 3 and comes up empty. So 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. All right, batting with 1 out is Kevin Cushman. First pitch is high for a ball. So nobody on base. Top of the 7th inning, 1 out. Highlanders ahead 7-4, 7-5. Pitch at the knees for a call, strike 1. Strike 2. All right, 1-2 the count to Cushman.
Hey, got a 1-2 strike hitter right now, huh? What do you say, kid? Here we go. Right now, on Rube, let's go. Go now, Kush. All right, 1-5, we say now, you feel like good. Right now, Cushman takes it right here.
Cushman hits the ball foul out of play on the right side here. All right, low, ball 2, so 2-2 the count. Ball hit to the third baseman. There's the throw, and then they got Cushman for the 2nd out of the top of the 7th inning. So ground ball out to the third baseman. And now batting for the Highlanders, number 21, Matt Bloy. 31, Matt Bloy. Bloy steps in with 2 outs, nobody on.
Focus, Matt. It's like last time. Find the hole somewhere here.
Strike 2 on Bloy. 0-2. Nobody on. Top of the 7th inning. Bloy hits the ball hard and with good speed. The third baseman bobbles it. He's safe. So great job by Bloy. Hits a ball sharply to the third baseman who bobbled it, and boy, with good wheels, is on at first base. Great job. Now batting for the Highlanders, second baseman David Janis. Boy on at first. All right, we got a steal attempt at second. He's in there safely. Great job, Matt Bloy. So the fake bunt was on. Disrupted the pitcher's delivery and threw a ball low in the dirt, and Bloy took advantage, and they deployed him down to second base on the steal. So Bloy in scoring position at second base, and David Janis at bat with 2 outs and a count of 1-0.
Here we go, DJ. What do you say, buddy? What up? You're a hitter, kid.
Just hit foul.
Run out, DJ. Run out, DJ.
1-1 the count to Janis.
On now, 12. What do you say, kid? Here we go.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled over this way, foul. All right, 2 strikes on Janis and a ball. 1-2 the count. Bloy at second base in scoring position. It's a fly ball in the shallow center, and Damien's on the move to catch that ball, and the second baseman goes out to catch that ball. All right, so here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning, and Damien coming up to bat, trailing 7-5. McCarthy playing in for the bunt. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning. Highlanders in the field, and here's the first pitch by Custer. In there, call, strike 1. Nice pitch. 0-1 the count. And Custer looks in. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped out of play for strike 2. 0-2 the count. So Custer pounces on the Damien batter for an 0-2 count. First 2 pitches. All right, here's the 0-2 pitch. Ooh, just outside for ball 1. 1-2.
Payne!
All right, here's a 1-2 pitch. Low for ball 2. 2-2 the count.
Come on, Johnny! Bear down, cut! Johnny right now, Custer! Say what's there?
Foul back. Foul back again. So the Damien batter stays alive. Count 1-2. Correction, I believe that's 2-2 the count. All right, nobody out. Leadoff hitter up for Damien. Custer on the mound with a 2-2 count. All right, here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball hit, base hit, fisted out to right field. Bloy on the ball, throws it in to the second baseman. So a leadoff single by Damien. Fisted it, fought it off, and knocked it out to right field for a base hit. All right, nobody out. Runner on at first.
Easy, Payne!
Jason!
This pitch is a ball inside to Carter. Pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. All right, here's a 1-1 pitch into Carter. Swung on and fouled back for strike 2.
Right there, Jay Custer!
Ryan Carter at the plate. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Just high for ball 2. 2-2 the count to Carter. Here's the pitch. Oh, it was a line drive to the second baseman, and Janis took his eyes off it, thinking about getting the double play. So a big error by Janis. That could have been a double play for sure. He just took his eye off the ball, and it popped out of his glove. So there you have it. Double play ball, and now runners at first and second with no outs. All right, runners at first and second for Damien. Still no outs, and Jakubowskis at the plate, number 2 for Damien. First pitch is a pop-up, and it's foul, and the third baseman McCarthy gives chase, and that's into the crowd, out of play. So 0-1 the count to Jakubowskis for Damien. Custer on the mound, pitching well. There should be 2 outs right now, but the Highlanders are going to have to claw and fight back here. All right, here's the pitch into Jakubowskis. 0-1 the count. High for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Ground ball. Vasquez will get the out at first base. All right, runners at second and third, and 1 out. So great job by Vasquez. Nothing gets by the infielders. They can't let that happen. All right, good job. Great job by Vasquez to get the one out. So runners at second and third with one out. Okay, one out, runners at second and third. Bottom of the seventh. Resendez at the plate. Pitch in there for a call. Strike one. Right at the knees. The tension has mounted to a fever pitch. Bottom of the seventh, one out, runners at second and third. And the Highlanders should have been out of this thing right here. But here we go now, one out. Pitch hit, base hit. That'll score one, and that'll score two to tie up the ball game. So we got now 7-7 here in the bottom of the seventh inning. So Resendez with a clutch single out to left field. So the score knotted with one out now. Resendez on at first base. Now here's the pitch. Steve Reich on the inside corner. So the game knotted at 7. Bottom of the 7th. Runner at first. Pinch runner for Resendez. It's a high chopper. You go for the one at first. And they got him. So 2 down, and Resendez moves to second base on the fielder's choice. So 2 down. All right, 2 down, bottom of the 7th inning. Damien with a runner at first. And batting, I believe now, John Fagan for the Spartans. All right, they got a force out of first, second, and third. First pitch is high for a ball. That's foul ball, so we're counting now 1-1. Now here's a 1-1 pitch into Fagan. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Right, force out at any base. Runners at first and second. 2 down, bottom of the 7th inning. Score even at 7. Time called by the Damien batter. He steps out of the box, kicks the dirt around a bit. And here's a 2-strike pitch by Custer. It's a high chopper to McCarthy, fielded foul. So the count remains, the ball and 2 strikes. All right, here's a 1-2 pitch, 2 outs. Ball high, 2-2. There's a 2-2 pitch, swung on. Down to the second baseman, bobbles it. Janis throws over to first to get the 3rd out of the inning. So the score all knotted. So the Highlanders are making it tough on themselves here. And now we go into the top of the 8th inning. All right, leading off the top of the 8th inning for Upland, the first baseman, Ricky Vasquez. All right, no one said it was going to be easy, and it certainly hasn't. So the game all tied up. Top of the 8th inning. Game about 2 hours and 45 minutes old. First pitch, ooh, looked low, but called a strike. So 0-1 the count to Vasquez. Leadoff hitter for the Highlanders, top of the 8th inning. Right, here's the 0-1 pitch into Vasquez, taken just outside of the strike zone for ball 1. 1-1 the count. All right, we start anew at the end of 7 innings of play. Here's a 1-1 pitch into Vasquez, swung on, and he goes around. Strike 2, so the count 1-2. All right, 1-2 the count to Vasquez. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back, and Vasquez loses the bat as well. The count remains at 1-2, and Vasquez will go retrieve the bat. All right, here's the pitch into Vasquez. Call, strike 3. Now coming up to bat, number 27, the center fielder, junior, Jason Payne. All right, Payne at the plate. First pitch taken low for a ball. So Payne's had a real busy afternoon out in center field today, tracking down some scud missiles and catching them for outs. All right, 1-0 the count to Payne, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 8th inning. Pitch swung on, hit hard, right to the second baseman, who fields it and throws over to first base in time. So there's 2 outs now for the Highlanders in the top of the 8th inning. And now hitting the third baseman, number 20, junior, Rusty McCarthy. McCarthy is due. First pitch low for a ball. All right, 1-0 the count to McCarthy. Here's the pitch. Call, strike 2, or excuse me, 1-1. Count even now. All right, 1-1 the count to McCarthy. Ball hit hard, and that's a base hit out to right field. So McCarthy spanks it hard out into right field to get a 2-out rally rolling for the Highlanders. And now batting for the Highlanders, clutch hitting left fielder and starting pitcher today, Ryan Tracy, number 11. Tracy's been in this position many a times over his 4-year career for Upland. Can he come through one more time? Here's a pitch into Tracy. Swung on, hit hard. Oh, baby. That ball's going to go to the fence. Off the fence. And oh. So a ground rule double for Tracy. Unfortunate that ball didn't come off the fence, and that would have scored a run. So Ryan Tracy, clutch all season long, does it again. Hits a ball that hits the fence and runs right up the top of it and goes off the fence, over the fence for a ground rule double. So the Highlanders threatening very seriously here in the top of the 8th inning. Runners at second and third. And they peppered those last 2 balls for base hits. So unfortunate circumstance there. That ball stays in play and caroms off the fence even a little. And McCarthy scores from third base with a go-ahead run in the top of the 8th. But we're in good shape. We got pinch hitter Jimmy Myers up at the plate. All right, runners at second and third, 2 outs. The batter, pinch hitter, senior Jimmy Myers. So the tension is thick. And here's Myers at the plate and a new pitcher for Damien. First pitch in there for a call, strike 1. Yeah. All right, Tracy on at second. McCarthy over at third. And Myers with the biggest at-bat of his life at the plate. Ball in the dirt. Catcher keeps it in front of him. All right, here's the pitch into Myers. 1-1 the count. Ball high. 2-1 the count to Myers. All right, here's the pitch into Myers. Low. Oh! He called that a strike? Did he call that a strike? Oh! All right, 2-2 the count to Myers. And we're going to put the wide angle on here. And here's the pitch into Myers. Ball way high. So we got a full count. And here's the pitch into Myers. 3-2 the count. Swung on, strike 3. So Myers goes down on strikes with runners on at second and third. So the Highlanders will take the field and Damien will come up to bat in the bottom of the 8th inning. One out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nobody on for Damien.
Strikes. We need a ground ball.
Ball down to Rayburn. He goes to second base in time for 1. Back to first for a double play to end the inning. A great play by Rayburn, Janice, and Ricky Vasquez.
Nice job, guys.